If you've never played an Oddworld game and seen how it all comes together, then you'll probably be horrified to learn that practically all of Oddworld's Soulstorm is one giant escort quest. Not only that, but the followers you're escorting don't have the brains God promised a goat and die gruesomely from anything that so much as sneezes on them, and all of this has been done by the developers on purpose. Though its trial and many errors gameplay can be infuriating at times, the genius of the Oddworld series is in the moments like, well, this, or this, or this. You can't help but facepalm and laugh before trying again. The bugs though, well, those aren't so funny. Oddworld Soulstorm is a ground-up remake of 1998's Oddworld Abe's Exodus that reimagines the incredibly bizarre setting. You'll see weird guys like this, or this, and they do strange stuff like find this odd guy thingy and do some freaky magic stuff, and hey, this guy sounds oddly familiar.
Trusting, kind, and gentle, the Mudokons worked alongside Sligs and livestock in harmony.
Anyway, the remake remains just as diabolically difficult as games of the PS1 era. Each level is a devious test of your cleverness, creativity, and patience. One area might require you to sneak past armed guards who you'd have no hope of challenging in open combat, while another asks you to keep waves of enemies busy long enough for hundreds of your followers to run away. Soulstorm's tough, but its single act of mercy, and its saving grace, is its checkpoint system, which saves your progress after nearly every obstacle. That minimizes the amount of tough challenges you'll have to replay, and it does wonders towards your ability to laugh it off when something like this happens. Being able to quickly try and try again allows you to master each section and devise the perfect strategy for overcoming the latest hurdle with you and your followers intact. Controls have also been reworked from past Oddworld games to be more responsive, and the maneuverability you have in Soulstorm is the best the series has seen. There are definitely some areas that could use improvement, like the hit-or-miss nature of your ability to mantle up ledges or swing from pole to pole during platforming sections, but it's still night and day compared to the clunkiness of Oddworld New and Tasty. The weapons inventory and crafting system is smartly designed and gives a huge incentive to explore every nook and cranny in search of tools that make the going easier. For example, you can craft rubber sticky balls to instantly apprehend almost any enemy, but the resource cost required to do so is quite high. You can also craft sticky explosive grenades to blow open pathways to new areas and detonate enemies, or build a flamethrower, which makes the going much easier in every level. Where the legitimate challenge is an entertaining uphill struggle, there is also some unintentional and much less enjoyable difficulty added in the form of bugs, and Soulstorm has a whole lot of them. There's everything from visual glitches to potentially game-breaking issues like followers disappearing from the level altogether to whatever the heck is going on here. In the vast majority of cases, backing out to the main menu and reloading the level, or closing and relaunching fix the issue, but bugs are so common it's likely to increase your frustration in a game that revels in pushing you to the limit on purpose as it is. Of course, you could always just say screw it and push through each level without saving anyone, but that leads to an early end to your adventure with a finale that's completely depressing, and well-deserved too, you selfish monster. The differences between Soulstorm's good and bad endings are very significant, and if you explore every nook and cranny to rescue all of your enslaved brothers, you're rewarded with 2 additional levels at the end of the campaign and an ending that's worthy of your hard work and determination. It's an incredible incentive to keep as many of your followers alive as possible. One of the things that makes Soulstorm completely worth the absolute pain in the neck that its challenging levels and numerous bugs often are is its story. The Mudokan rebels are lovable, pitiable goofs, and the power-hungry gluckons are disgusting, opportunistic monsters, and the setting's dystopian depiction of untethered capitalism and environmental destruction is unique, incredibly distinctive, and hilariously macabre. Everything about Soulstorm is so charming and otherworldly, it's easy to get drawn into Abe's journey from clueless slave to unlikely revolutionary. If there's one area that could still use some work to bring out Soulstorm's world and characters, it's sound design. Quite frankly, aside from the excellent voice acting, Soulstorm is an auditory nightmare. For starters, the sound levels are wildly inconsistent. Sometimes voices are way too quiet and sound effects are way too loud, sometimes you can barely hear what's going on and want to turn up the volume only for things to become earth-shatteringly loud a few moments later. Keep that remote control handy while you play. Oddworld Soulstorm is a fantastic modernized remake of one of those side-scrollers that we remember as great, but the original doesn't hold up. Of course, it also has far too many bugs that force restarts to circumvent, and that can turn the frustration of a good challenge into the bad controller-throwing kind, and the sound design is all over the place. Although it can be an aggravating slog to get through its escort quest-heavy levels, it's also a unique, delightfully bizarre, and utterly rewarding experience with a fantastic story and a lot of heart. For more, check out the first minutes of Soulstorm's gameplay and some commentary from the developers, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Here at the site of the once-top performing meat farm on Mudos, now just a smoldering disaster area that had suffered massive casualties. A charge some call the mass murder of a loyal labor force betrayed by the Gluck States.
Hello, Mr. Morgan, security chief here.